Week 17 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few centers I look to buy and trade for this week. The first guy, Vikia Zubac of the Los Angeles Clippers. So Zubac, he's been injured for a little bit. For a month, he missed with a calf injury, but he's returned over the last week and a half. On the year, 11.9 points a game, 9.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.3 blocks, and 65% from the field. So since he returned the last week and a half here, 7 points a game, 6.8 boards and assists, 64% from the field to Zubac. He's a traditional center where he's going to rebound the basketball and he's going to put 10, 15 points up per game for fantasy owners with a good field goal percentage and a lot of putbacks and garbage points. Obviously, when you got James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George on this roster, and Russell Westbrook, you're not going to see a lot of opportunities to score the basketball. But Zubac knows his role. And for fantasy owners, like I said, shot blocking, rebounding, and field goal percentage is going to be the main categories he's going to give owners. So right now, while he's coming off injury and so far the numbers haven't been great since the return, he's definitely a buy low center. February 7th versus the Pelicans, 12 points, 8 boards and assists, 100% from the field. February 10th versus the Pistons, 6 points, 5 boards and assists, 2 blocks, 66% from the field. Then February 12th versus the Timberwolves, 6 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, a block, 40% from the field. So right now, well, the numbers have been down, like I mentioned, here for Zubac, and he's still working his way back into shape after suffering that calf injury a month ago. He's definitely a center I would look to buy low, and he can help you in some key categories at the position. The next center is Paul Reed of the Philadelphia 76ers. So Reed, surprisingly, still available in 46% of fantasy leagues. If you just want to go to the waiver wire and get him, that's fine as well. But on the year, 6.4 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 54%. But obviously, Joel Embiid now, he's out 6 to 8 weeks with a meniscus injury. And Paul Reed's been stepping in and getting big starter minutes of late for this team, anywhere from 25, 30 minutes a game. So he's like a Zubac, where he's going to give you 10, 12 points per game. He's going to give you some rebounding, shot blocking, and a pretty solid field goal percentage is Paul Reed. So like I said, if he's on your wire, go out there and pick him up. Or if you want to make a deal for him, you don't got to give up much at all, in my opinion, to get him. February 9th versus Atlanta, 12 points, 13 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 55% from the field. February 10th at the Wizards, 12 points, 7 boards, an assist, a block, 75% from the field. Then February 12th at the Cavs, 13 points, 8 boards, an assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 60% from the field. So right now, Paul Reed, he's going to get a lot of playing time with Joel Embiid at least out another 6 to 8 weeks with a bad knee injury. And he's a guy that's going to do the same as Zubac: rebound, block shot, cleanup points, putback, stunks, and he's got a little bit of a mid-range jumper. So he's a buy this week. In the third and final center I look to buy and trade for is Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks. So Brook Lopez, he's been banged up a little with a back injury in and out of the lineup. So right now, Lopez, we know when he plays, he still can put up solid numbers. And he's a stretch 5 as well on the year, 13.1 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 2.7 blocks, 1.8 threes, and 48% from the field. So Brook Lopez, he could give fantasy owners 3 or 4 categories pretty easily: shot blocking, 3-point shooting, and decent scoring at the center position with a serviceable field goal percentage. So the last few games for Lopez after he missed time with 3 games with injury: February 8th versus Minnesota, 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 2 threes, 62% from the field. February 9th versus the Hornets, 11 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 3 blocks, a 3, 44% from the field. And February 12th versus Denver, 9 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 3 threes, 33% from the field. So right now, dealing with a little bit of back soreness, but I still think he'll come back after the All-Star break, unless it's something lingering or it's a break or something. I think Brook Lopez should be fine. I think Brook Lopez, he's a good buy low candidate either way this week. So that's a few centers to buy and trade for Week 17 of the fantasy basketball season.